Hello, everyone. So we are live now. Unfortunately, the live stream on Crowdcast did not work. So just bear with me while I share this link. Oops. Okay, please share this live stream. Right, I'm not sure if that's the right YouTube link. So please, if someone has the link, can you share it? Because right now I'm in my admin dashboard. Can someone please share the link on Crowdcast so that we can all have access to this link? Awesome. I can see quite a lot of you are already tuning in. This is really, really awesome. This live stream is about how to create membership websites using Wishlist Member. Mystique says you look handsome than before. I'll take that as a compliment. Thank you. Okay, so looks like Facebook is, YouTube is working much better. Okay, so I'm not sure where we were cut off. So for those of you that were just joining us, what we're going to be doing today is to create a membership website using Wishlist Member. Now, the really important thing here is this Wishlist Member here is on a fantastic deal. So you can see here it's $49, and this will give you lifetime access, and you can build 3 membership websites with this. But if you were to go directly on their site, you can see here it's $197 for 3 sites. And this is a yearly price. So definitely this is what makes a lot of sense. So if you get this one here, it's only $49, lifetime deal. The link to that is in the video description. I appreciate if you use that. It's my affiliate link as well. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to show you step by step how to actually use this plugin and set up your own website. So over here on this website, so this is the website that we'll be working on. On one of the tutorials, I'll actually created this website and showed you how to create this step by step. So if you want to check out how I designed that, the video is in the video descriptions below. All right, cool. Now let's move on. So over here, what we've done, in fact, let me just rewind a little bit. So I'm just going to go back over here to the dashboard. There we go. So what I've done so far is I've created the most important pages here, which are the membership page, the login page, the error page, and the account page. Now, these pages are very important because you want to make sure that people can log into the actual website and it's clear where they need to log in. And if they don't have access to a particular level, they also need to get an error message or an error page which tells them what the error is and what they should do next. So this is what really makes a membership website work flawlessly. It's very, very important. And by the way, this is live. If you have any questions, just leave them in the comments box below and I'll do my best to respond to those questions. And again, it looks like everything is working okay here because we were having audio issues with Crowdcast. So Eric here says, how long is the special? I'm not sure how long it is, but they normally run these at a limited time. So it doesn't really say here when this is going to expire. So I'm not really sure. Oh, over here as well, I forgot to mention, If we take a look here at the pricing, if I scroll all the way down here, this is for 3 websites. And then over here, if you pay 98 lifetime, it gives you 10 websites, and then 147 gives you 50 websites. So it's a lifetime deal, lifetime access. So I can't see here where it says when it's going to expire. Okay. But like I said, it's a real big bargain here. And if you compare with these are yearly prices. So you'll have to pay every single year. But with this will give you access to a lifetime update. Okay, pretty cool. So what we're going to do now is show you what I've done quickly here. I'm just going to go through this so that we're all on the same page. So once you install Wishlist Member, you have an entry here on the left panel which says Wishlist Member. You have a dashboard, and this is the really cool thing about it. Now, for those of you that have been working with WordPress for quite a long time, you'll notice that Wishlist Member used to be available for a very long time. In fact, it dates back to, the first time I used it was 2012, 2013, around about that time. So it's a really solid product. But the reason why I stopped using it was because they didn't update the UI. So this was so frustrating for me. I wanted something that looked modern, something that had all the features, and that's why I moved to MemberPress. Now, I'm going to do a comparison between MemberPress and Wishlist Member just to see the pros and cons. But so far, with this updated UI, this definitely looks way modern. Over here, you can see we have access to our tutorials. They have a lot of documentation here, support, and so on. Now, the way I'll be using Wishlist Member here is with Divi. And again, if you want to buy Divi using my affiliate link, it's in the video description below. So over here, if you take a look, you can see all your users here will be shown here, your members, non-members, canceled, everything is here. Now, I've already gone ahead and created all my membership levels. So I've created Gold, Platinum, and VIP. So I'm going to show you in a moment how to create those, but I can already see there's quite a lot of questions here. Shonay says, anybody know if this stream will be uploaded later to watch? Yes, this will stay on the website. So if you want to watch it later, you can always, come back and watch the live stream. Okay. Evandro says this plugin can lock down all sites. Yes, it works on, it can lock down the whole website. If you wanted to do that, you can lock all the pages, all the posts, and it also works with plugins like LearnDash or any other plugins. They will show up and they'll give, Wishlist Member will give you access to actually restrict access to certain type of content. So it's really powerful. I've used this before, by the way. Eric says, can we create members without paying the customer? Yes, we can actually create free members using this system, and I'll show you how to do that as well. Joseph says, is MemberPress free? No, MemberPress is actually a paid product. In fact, let's just head over here to MemberPress. It's also recurring, so it's not only it's, in fact, let's have a look here. It's also recurring, so you can see here 349 per year. This one here is 249 per year, and this basic one is 149 per year, and this is only for one website. But I can guarantee you that the features you're going to get from this plugin is definitely worthwhile. It will compete 50-50 head-to-head with Wishlist Member. So this Wishlist Member is a really good plugin. All right, so let's see if we have any more questions. Looks like we are doing okay here on the questions. Guys, please do me a favor and please share this live stream as well. And also give it some thumbs up if you like what you see so far. I would really appreciate that. We want as many people to see this as possible because I've just messed up the live stream there on Crowdcast. All right, so moving on. I don't want to waste a lot of time here because I really want to show you how to create this. So for any membership website, you need to have specific pages in place. So I've gone ahead and created those pages. I haven't actually gone in and added the content in. I just created all the pages. So let's take a look now at this. So Here we can also use the setup process. So this setup here will allow us to add more membership levels, and it's quite straightforward. You just click on this plus button here, and this will allow you to add another, membership level. So let's say this membership level is going to be free. I can just click here on apply, and then I can decide what I need to make available to be accessed. So over here, we can say access to all posts, all pages, all comments, all categories. So I'm just going to say all posts for this one here, just for this demo. Expiration options. Now, this is really, really cool. So this is ongoing, but you can give it a fixed term. So I think Monique was asking earlier on if you can have like a trial period. So this is where you can say 7 days trial. So you can allow them access to for only, let's say, for example, 7 days, hit apply, and this will give them access for only 7 days. And the 7 days kicks in from the day they actually sign up for the free membership. So it's one way also to monetize your website. All right, so moving on over here on registrations, we can allow both new and existing members. So you can enable the custom registration form. So this is the form right here. So if we click here on this plus button, you can add, in fact, you can give this form a name and create the form. So let's say this one here is free, right? We can create the form here. Okay, so now it's open in a brand new tab. So here is where we can really adjust this. So it has username, first name, last name, email. So let's say you don't want to collect the last name. You can just go in and delete it over here, remove that. And let's say you may want to remove the first name. You can go ahead and remove that if you wanted to. And this is where now you can have the actual, password which they enter in, which is also pretty cool. And then all they have to do is to hit submit registration, and this will allow them to register on the website. Okay, so now we can also come over here to registration settings. So this can also be theme styled. So as you can see here, it has wishlist member styled. So you can either choose that, hit apply, and that will style it to wishlist member. And you also have the session timeout here. I wouldn't worry too much about this. Now over here, you can redirect an existing member to a specific page that you want. And over here, you can enable the short incomplete registration links as well. So I'm going to add these here on the actual form. Okay, now over here, this is where you have your shortcodes. So you can see here, fill in the form below to register. So I can actually copy this code and paste it on my page. And this is for existing users, right? But if you want to add a link to, in fact, if you want to copy this code here, you can actually add it onto your registration pages. So this is how you would add it. But you know what? I know it sounds a bit confusing now. I will actually show you how to add these registration pages. Okay, so moving on. Over here, we can see we have our custom form here. We can actually copy it and also create another form, another registration form. Okay, so what I've done ahead of time here on the pages, in fact, before we go to pages, let's take a look at other items that we have here. So over here on the administration, we can also do email broadcasts, but I don't recommend that you send your emails from the system. I would rather have something like MailChimp or ConvertKit to actually work with your emails. It manages better that way. So I'd prefer doing it that way. Over here on site migration, you can actually migrate all these users from your current website to another website. So all your content or all your members are all intact. So it's really, really cool. Now, moving on here, there is also a version rollback. So let's say there's something wrong with this version you have updated to, you can actually go in and roll back to the previous working one. Okay, so moving on, content protection here. you can go in and assign the content that you want protected over here. So you can see I've protected this post called another post as an example. Okay, now over here on advanced options. So this is where you can set your error pages. Now, if you recall, I spoke about an error page, which is ideal when someone goes to your website and they try to access information. They will get like an error page, which you need to customize yourself to give it a unique message. So I'm going to show you that right now. And I think this is the part where we were cut off when I was on Crowdcast. Okay, so over here now, you can see for non-members, I can click here on configure. Now, by default, it's set here to message. Okay, so this is the message that you normally get, and this is done automatically by wishlist member. But ideally, you want to design this page yourself. So I would come over here, click on page, but of course, you need to design the page first. And then on your list of pages here, you can just choose the page. In my case, mine is called error. Where is it? Oh, in fact, it's already selected. Save and close. Right, so that's my error page. Now, what I can do is I can come all the way here to my pages, click on all pages, and then all I have to do is to go to my error page, click on edit. I'm going to edit with the Divi Builder. Okay, so let me delete this. This is what I was working on before. So over here, we want to add a blurb. So there we go. I'm going to select my blurb. And then on image and icon here, I want to use an icon. And the icon I want to use is one of those error-like messages with an exclamation mark. So let's go with... no, not that one. There's one with a triangle that I'm after. You know what? Let's just go with this. We don't want to waste too much time. Okay, so now the message I'm going to add in here, let's scroll back up to the text, is what I copied. Right, so over here for your title, I'm just going to say, sorry. Exclamation mark. There we go. So now you can see I'm really customizing my error message here. And this shortcode is what I copied from the default message from wishlist member for the error messages. Okay, so now that we have this, the text here, you can see it's a bit too small. Let's go ahead and customize this. So I'm going to change this from light to regular. We're going to increase the size a little bit. Whoop, that's too much. Okay, that's much better. I'm going to save that. Save the page. In fact, you know what? This is a bit too big. Let's go back in. Okay, I'm going to set this to 1. Okay, save that. Okay, so that's looking much better. I'm going to save the page. So now when people access a page which they don't have access to, they are going to see this error page. And let me show you what it looks like in incognito mode. So I'm going to copy this link, file, new incognito window. And if you're not logged in, this is what you would see. So you can see here, the content you're trying to view is for members only. Please register or log in order to access this content. So here is where you could add your username, password, and then log in. So this is how you'd create your own custom error pages. Okay, so this page will be activated as soon as someone enters the content that they're not supposed to. All right, so now that I have my error page created, the next important page is actually the login page. The login page is very, very important because you want people to be able to go in and log in onto your website to access the content. So let's take a look at that. Now, over here, I have a link which has all the merge codes. And you know what? I am going to add this link as well in the in the video description below, so that you can have access to it. So what I'm looking for here is the login form. There we go. So here is the login form, the shortcode. So I'm going to copy that, right? And then back over here, all I have to do now is to go to my pages, click on all pages, and I need to go to login, click on edit here, edit with the Divi builder, build from scratch. I'm going to have 2 columns here. And in here, I'm just going to have a text module. And then I am going to paste my shortcode in here. Okay, great. So that's my shortcode. So what you could further do here is to come over here to design border. Maybe you may want to have a border here, all sides like that, maybe 1 pixel. And within that, let's have some spacing. Let's have 20 here and 20 to the left and the right as well. Okay. And then back over here on the border, the color here is a bit too much. So what I'm going to do is to add some transparency to it. Just like that, just a little bit like that. That looks much better. Save that. And then over here, you can also have an image that goes with your membership. So let's see if we have an image here in our library. So let's go with that one there. Upload an image. Save. And then on the top here, I'm going to add a text module. Now notice what I'm doing here. I'm really customizing my login page here. Okay, so I'm going to say login below. Come over here to design. Go to that text and really make it bold, or maybe semi-bold. Increase the size a little bit. Save that. And then drag it on the top here. Okay, great. So you can see here now, I've just gone in quickly and I just created my own login page here. Now, what I'm going to do is I'm just going to give this a bit of breathing space here, because this section here doesn't have enough breathing space. So, okay, that's our login page. Let's save this page now. Great. So our page has been saved. I'm also going to take a look at this page in incognito mode. So let's look for that page. Where is it? Here it is. Click on login and take a look. This is our login page. So you can really customize this. If you want, you can actually add a video over here where you have this guy here looking at the camera. You can have a video there explaining, or maybe the frequently asked questions, or whatever it is, a video promo, or anything that you may want to add on to this side here. But if they log in, they can also, if they lose their password, they can click here on lost password, and this will, reset their password. Cool. So now that we've created our login page, we have some way for people to go, and we also have an error page where if people go in and click the wrong item or the wrong membership level, they are going to see this error page. Now, I'm just going to take a quick look here at your questions and see if there's anything I need to cover. Oh, wow. David says, I've just bought 2 wishlist codes on AppSumo. Awesome. Thank you so much. Really appreciate it. Thank you so much. Right. Let's have a look here. Is anyone else bought? Eric says, for a free member, can we receive an email to accept the client? Yes, you do have an email. You can actually set up the system so that you approve every free member that comes in. So yes, you can actually do that. Maurice says, can registration data be user profile subject to GDPR control by member? Yes. In fact, what I normally do when I create membership websites, I like creating an email database in something like ConvertKit or what's the other one? MailChimp. Now, these platforms, email platforms, has GDPR included already, so you don't have to do much on your side because it's covered by ConvertKit and also all these email providers. So you don't have to worry about GDPR on your side. So hope that answers that. Can you set password complexity? Right, I'll need to check that. I haven't really gone in and checked that, so I'll go in and check if I can do the password complexity. Karen says, is wishlist also good for online courses, and how many courses can offer this? Right. You know what? This is a fantastic question. I've actually used Wishlist Member. This is the ultimate or the best way to actually run your course website. So I normally recommend MemberPress, but to be honest, after looking at this, these guys have really stepped up their game. It's really on par with MemberPress, and I may even go as far as saying it's actually much better. So yes, to run your courses, you can run as many courses as you want on your website, and this plugin will control pretty much everything on your website. So yes, it is actually really, really cool to work with, and it works with your course website. Right, let me have a look here. Any questions? Tina says, will you get credit for the double? I think so. Well, I would hope they would, give me credit for the double. Hopefully. So Jabe64 says, what about LearnDash? Now, LearnDash is just the learning management platform. It doesn't actually provide a good way of managing all your courses in terms of the membership levels. So it's very limited to how it can give you access or give your members access to your courses. So it works well as a tool that provides all the courses, the structure, and so forth. But when it comes to managing the membership, you definitely need to use either MemberPress or Wishlist Member. But in this case, I would say Wishlist Member, and it does work really well with that example. Evandro says, is it possible to run a courses site with this plugin, or do I need to get another plugin to do so? You can run a courses website, but these course plugins, what they do is they've created what are known as custom post types. So when you create a course, the actual plugin gives it a much easier way to add lessons to that course and just package everything together in a really nice cohesive way. If you were going to do this yourself, that means there will be a lot of tinkering around and making sure everything is laid out correctly in terms of the courses and all the page structure and so forth. So it'd be a bit difficult if you try to do it that way. So I would buy a course plugin. But if it's something so basic, like maybe you want to give access to maybe 5 video courses, that you can do, not a problem. But if you're going to be creating quite a lot of courses, definitely you're going to need a plugin. So as you shall see in this example, I will show you how to pretty much give access to certain posts or certain pages. So you can actually go in and do that per level. Andrea says, does this work with WooCommerce? You know what? Let's try that today. I'm going to try and see if this actually works with WooCommerce. That's going to be really awesome. I haven't really tried that. So I'm going to install WooCommerce and see how that works. Sammy says, so can I use it with Lifter LMS? Absolutely. You can use this with Lifter LMS. You won't have any problems. In fact, I'll give you a guarantee. If you have any problems with this plugin with Lifter LMS, if you come to me, I will give you that refund. That's how confident I am with this. Okay. Evander says, just to clarify, this courses will be open to all members. No, you actually decide which members get access to which course. And this is where the power of this plugin comes in. In fact, I'll be doing a bit more demo here and show you how you can actually use this plugin based on the setup that I've done here. So, I mean, there's a lot you can do. You can have free members, you can have paid, you can have recurring, you can have all sorts of membership levels. Douglas says, how long will this deal be open? Can't purchase until Friday. I'm not sure how long this deal is going to be. So to be honest, I would see if I can get it as soon as possible, because once it goes, pretty much it goes. I've missed some deals on AppSwimmer as well, which were really, really cool. And those deals have not come back. So Michael here says, is Wishlist better than Ultimate Membership Pro? I haven't tried Ultimate Membership Pro, but pretty much these membership plugins are almost the same. So I would assume that it will be on par with those membership plugins. All right, so I think I've pretty much caught up with the questions here. Let's go ahead and let's take a look at what else we can do. So we've pretty much designed our login page. Now let's design our membership page. Okay, so let's save this page here. Oops. Save it here. Right, now we want that when people come to our website, they are able to see which membership levels they are on our site. And as you can see here on this drop down, there's gold, platinum, VIP. So let's start adding content to our membership page. So I'm going to come back over here to dashboard, appearance. In fact, I need to go to pages, all pages, membership. Let's edit this with Divi. Right, so let's build from scratch. So here we have 3 membership levels. So let's start creating these membership levels. So there's gold, platinum, and VIP. Right, so for this, I'm going to use a blurb. So this just works easier for me. So let's give this a title. So this one here is gold. Okay, so this is our basic text that goes in here. I'm just going to leave that as it is. And let's give this an icon. So we're going to come over here to image and icon, activate our icon here. Right, so let's go with these icons. So you know what? I'm not going to go in and really go full design mode here, but I just want to show you quickly, how you can actually put this design together. Okay, so let's say that is gold. Let's come over here to design, spacing. I'm also going to give this some breathing space. Do the same over here. All right, so this is taking shape. And the color here, let's go with that. Save. Now we may also need a button here for a call to action, just to sign up for whatever membership level it is. So let's add our button module. I'm going to add it in here. So first things first, I'm going to say sign up. Okay, now I can go to my link here, and this will link now to my gold membership page. So for now, I'm just going to add a blank link. And then over here on design, let's make sure that this is centered. And if you want to really go in and design this this button here, you want to come over here to button, customize styles for button, and now we can add our style. So let's add this light gray for our text color, and then here for our button, let's go with this one here. Okay, so that's going to be our color here. Right, so moving on, there's a few things we may also want to do here. So I'm going to remove the border. Border radius is fine. In fact, you know what? Let's remove the border radius. And for our font here, I'm going to use Poppins. And as you can see here, the font here is a bit too much. Let's make it 17. All right, so that's looking okay. It's going to save that. Now I'm going to come over here and go into the background. So the column here needs to have a background color like that. And in the actual column, I'm going to come over here to spacing and give this a bottom padding of 20. Okay, so you can see here now, this looks way much better. So let's save this. Save this one more time. And to save us time now, I can just duplicate this a few times. And then just drag it over here. Drag this one over here. And now we also need to add this color so that our backgrounds here are the same, and also these buttons here are also duplicated over. So again, I'm going to duplicate these, drag them into place. Drag this one here into place as well. So now we have all our buttons. So all I have to do now is to right click, copy item styles, and then I'm just going to paste them to column 2, paste in column 3. Great. So you can see how quickly that happened. Now I can just go in here and change our title. So this is gold. This one here is going to be platinum. Okay, so let's change the icon and also the color. So here, let's change the icon to, let's go with that. And we also need to change the color. Go for a darker version. Maybe go for that one. Save that. I'm going to come over to this one here. So this one here is VIP. Let's change the icon. And let's change the icon color as well. Great. So now we have our membership levels. So when people now come to our website, they will be able to see this page, which will have all the information that they need to know about this membership level. So you can also add the pricing in there as well if you wanted to. So it's very, very flexible how you want to set it up. So let's add another text module here, because we really want this to look like a proper designed page. So here I can go to my text, make sure it's all centered. Okay, great. I think I like that. So drag this to the top. And then I'm going to add one more. And this time I am going to add a video. In fact, you know what? The video can also be inside here. So I'm going to add my video module here. So this could be just a video explaining what the membership is about. Nothing much. So let's go in and make some adjustments to this as well. You can change the play icon. But you know what I like doing here is to add an image overlay. So let's go ahead and add an image overlay here. So I'm going to click here on this plus button. You don't want to be using this YouTube default item that comes with YouTube here. You want to add your own. So let's say we go with this one here. So that's going to be much, much better. You can see that that's a massive change. This is way, way, way much better. So this is going to be our membership page. Now we can also play around here with the sizes. So let's say you want to change, because this may look way too big here. So let's change this and just have it in 2 columns. I'll drag this over here to the right. So you can see here how easy it is. Or if you want, you can have the video over here and the text over here to the left. And now you can go in and give this a title. So let's give this a heading 1. Great. In fact, there's one more thing. This is centered. Ideally, you want to have this aligned left like that. All right, so our page now is really taking shape. Now over here on the top, I'm just going to give this some breathing space as well, like I did before on the other page. So now we have our membership page. So now when people come to this page, they can choose which item to go with. I'm going to save this. Great. So we have our login page with our error page. So pretty much we have quite a lot of information here all set. Now let's take a look at this page. Right, so I think that looks really cool. I may also want to go in and maybe readjust the sizes of these icons, but you know what, for now, I'll just leave it as it is. Right, so let's take a look here at the questions and see what people are saying. Right. Maurice says, can you import or export members? Absolutely. You can import, you can export your members. This is highly, highly flexible. In fact, let me show you, where you can do that. There's quite a lot of features here that you can play around with. So over here, if we go back to our dashboard, wishlist member. So if you come over here to members, you can see here we have import and export. So these are the 2 options. So you can import members, but it has to be a CSV file. So all your data has to be on a CSV file, but it works okay. So you can import as well here, and you can see it says CSV file. Okay, you want to make sure you choose your CSV file, and you can also specify where you want to import them to, which is great. All right, so moving on now. So over here on our posts, I've gone ahead. If I click on all posts, I've gone ahead and created all these posts: post 1, post 2, post 3, and another post. So this is just a normal way you create a blog post in WordPress. Nothing fancy and nothing, complicated. Okay, so now notice what happens. If I click here on edit, on the bottom here, and this is what really excited me, right? On the bottom here, you can see it says protection and access. Right now, it's unprotected, so you can actually protect this, right away, just by clicking here. Now it's protected, and over here, you can select your membership level. So you can see it's got gold, VIP, and so on. So let's say I want this to be set to gold. And by the way, you can also add multiple membership levels, right? So now that I've added that, I can come over here to pay per post. So like I said, I don't highly recommend that. So I'll just leave it on no. On system pages here, you can actually go to this particular page and try to give it a specific page for non-members. But you know what? We've already created that, so that should be fine. And then over here, you can also specify show after so many days for platinum, show after whatever. Now, let me give you an idea. So let's say you have a membership website which produces amazing content, fantastic content. So what you could actually do is to say, if you're a VIP member, you can access the training right away, or the content right away. But if you're a free member, you only access it after 7 days. So this is where now you can come over here and say for free members, show after, and then you can say 7 days, as if you want to set it up that way. So there is a lot of flexibility here. But to be honest, I stick to just the pure protection and access. So now let's click on apply settings. Okay, it looks like it's all saved. Now, if I click on, in fact, you know what? We might as well add some content to this. Let's add some content. So I'm going to use lorem ipsum text. So I'm just going to copy a bunch of text here just to populate my post. There we go. Paste it in here. Update. Preview this. All right, so that's what it looks. I know it looks ugly and all of that, but this is something that we can fix later on. Okay, so now this is my post. So what I'm going to do now, let's see if this is actually working. I'm going to open this in incognito mode. So let's say you are trying to access this post. I'm not logged in right now. So if I do that, notice that it's not giving me access. It's giving me that error page or the error message saying, sorry, the content you're trying to view is for members only. Please register or log in to access this information. So this is what this actually does. Now, this is not a trick. Let me show you what happens if I come back over here, click unprotected, apply settings, click on update. Right now, let's take a look at that post one more time. Where is it? Here it is. Okay, so this is my incognito mode. So let's go back, paste the same post here, right? Post one, hit enter, and boom, now it's showing me the content. So this is how powerful this plugin is. You can set your access based on the membership level, and it will just do pretty much everything. Most of the work is done when you're actually building the actual membership itself. But once you've done all of that and you've set it, everything pretty much works out of the box. It's really, really cool. You don't have to really manage it, on a day-to-day basis. It'll just do everything on its own. Like, for example, if someone tries to access something they're not supposed to access, it will just block them, give them the option to sign in, or if they need to upgrade, and so on. So it's really, really cool to manage your content this way. Right. Taking a look here at the questions. There's a question here saying, does this integrate with cart flows? I'm not really sure if it integrates with cart flows, but I'm going to test it in a minute. Sasha here says, do you need wishlist to use Learn-3.0? No, you don't need to use wishlist, but I would highly recommend you use a membership plugin. It's very, very important to use a membership plugin. And in this case, wishlist will do a fantastic job. It will protect your courses. So I would highly recommend that. Joseph Campbell says, can you hide content or modules on a page for different member levels? Yes, absolutely. So this is what this plugin actually does. It will protect all sorts of content on your page, even categories. I'm not sure about modules. I'll have to double check that. Evandro, I don't have BuddyPress right now on my machine, so I can't really test BuddyPress. All right, so let's take a look here and see what else we can do. I'm just going to minimize this. So over here now, I can go to content protection. So here, as we can see, this is the content that we have, all my posts. So we have post one here, it's protected and it says gold. So if you're like confused and you're not sure how things are going on your website and why people are not accessing certain pages or certain posts, you can actually come over here and take a look, and you can see this one here, it's gold. This one here is platinum. This one is platinum. So you can actually see how it's protected. Right. So now let's say you come over here to pages. You can also protect pages. So by default, they're unprotected, as you can see here. But if there's specific pages that you want to protect, you can simply just come over here and click on this pencil icon, membership level. In fact, you have to protect it first, right? And then choose your membership level. So let's say platinum, close. Is that right? I think so. Yes. So this privacy policy page has been protected now. So this is how easy it is. You can go to each and every page and protect it the way you want it. Okay. So as you can see here, this is the actual page. Now, there's also another way of actually accessing these protection levels. So if I come over here to all pages, I can go to any page. Let's say home page. If I click here on edit, so I'm trying to edit the home page here. By default, you can see it's not protected, but I can go ahead and protect it here. Now, before I did this on the post, but now I'm actually showing you on the actual pages. So here we can say protect. The level could be, let's say VIP, apply changes. And now, after I hit update, if I go to this page in incognito mode, to my home page, notice that no access. So you have to first sign up for you to be able to access that home page. So I don't want to do that, of course. I'm going to go back and hit apply settings, click on update, and now it's back working. Okay, so I can see here there's quite a lot of questions coming in. Evandro says, is it possible to access, to protect all pages at once? Okay, so let's go ahead and see how we can do that. Content protection. So we go to pages. So these are all the pages on my website. So if I come over here and activate and select all my pages, I can choose an action here and then add levels to content. I can do that. Choose my membership level. So I can say VIP, add level. Now, all my pages now on my website are not accessible. So yes, you can actually go in and select your action here just by coming over here and doing it that way. Okay. Let's take a look here. Sasha says, I don't know if you mentioned this before, but AppSumo gives a 60-day money-back guarantee. Oh, actually, I didn't even know that, to be honest. I didn't mention that. So thank you for bringing this to my... I just got a weird message here. Anyway, Sacha says, I don't know if you mentioned this before, but AppSumo gives 60-day money-back guarantee with one-click button. So it's really nothing to lose when you try this plugin. Thank you very much for letting me know. I actually didn't even know that it's a 60-day money-back guarantee. I thought it was 30 days. So 60 days, pretty cool. So yes, there isn't really much to lose by signing up for this plugin, to be honest. Okay, great. Moving on. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to do something different. Let's try and install Woocommerce. I know this might take a bit of time, but I'll try and do this as quickly as I can. Right, let's add a new plugin here. Let's add Woocommerce. So while I'm installing this, I'll also take a look at any questions that are coming in. So any questions, please drop them in so that I just don't remain quiet here while I'm installing these plugins. Byron says, when do you learn Dash class? Will you do a segment showing the integration? Yes, absolutely. When it comes to the Learn Dash, I will definitely show you how to integrate everything, including your email autoresponder, because this is what makes the whole system actually work. Learn Dash on its own, yes, it works out of the box, but like I said, I highly recommend that you use a membership plugin and also an email autoresponder. Okay, so you know what? Let's skip this process here because we don't really want to run this wizard. So let's add a few products here, test products. So let's add new. Okay, let's test. Let's use some lorem text in here. You know, it's crazy, but sometimes I like putting myself in the deep end and just try to do things that I haven't tried here. So $12.99, let's publish that. Okay, so I've just added one product. Okay, so you can see here, this is a copy of our product. Now let's go back and let's see if content protection will have Woocommerce. Okay, so we may have to go to the product itself. Let's go and edit. There we go. So it actually works. You have content protection over here. So if I enable it, now you can protect this product. So you can actually say only VIP members or platinum members can buy this test product. How cool is that? You know what? I'm really loving this. I hadn't actually even tested this. So there we go. Here's our test product, right? So you can see it's showing here. That's because I'm logged in, right? But now, because I've set my permissions, if I go to a new incognito tab here, for someone that is actually visiting my website, boom, they can't access it. How cool is that? And you know what? Even better, what you can actually do is you can have a specific page for messages for WooCommerce. So this is how powerful this plugin is. So to be honest, I kept my fingers crossed because I wasn't even sure if this was going to work with WooCommerce. But as you can see, it's actually working with WooCommerce. So pretty cool. Right. Andres says, just use the Mac link as it's my first purchase. The price was lowered to $44. That's even cool. Yeah, use that link in the video description below, and you also get that extra little discount. Awesome. Thanks for letting us know. I didn't know that there was a plugin, Sergeant Purpose. So thank you for letting me know. I'll definitely install that plugin. Okay. So really, really cool. So you can see here so far, we've tested this with posts, pages, and now a WooCommerce product. So let's go in and let's see what else we can do here. So just remember that if you want to activate the permissions, you want to come over here to edit product, okay? And all the way down here. In fact, you can drag it up there if you want, like that. So it's not way down there. And if you decide, you know what, I don't want to, activate this product anymore on the platinum members. You can just cancel it here and boom, it's gone. Leave it on unprotected, apply settings, and the shop or the products will be open to everybody else on the actual page. Okay, now over here, this is where I was saying you can actually go here and choose a specific link for this specific product. So it's really cool. You can customize that message and not just have that generic one. Okay, let's talk about the integrations. So the integrations are quite easy to do. So if we come back over here, right, so let's go to our integrations. Actually, it's okay, it's on the setup. Integrations. So you can see here, I've already checked PayPal. So all you have to do, so let's say in this case, it'll be like that if you haven't used it before. So you know what? I thought I was actually showing you what I'm doing here. Sorry about that. All right. So let's go back to, okay. So if you want to see where the integrations are done, all you have to do is to come over here to wishlist members, click on there, and then over here, you have setup. And then on the left here, we have your integrations. So I can choose PayPal, for example, activate it here. And then this is where you want to add your IPN URL. Now, this can be found by going to your PayPal account, and that is where you would actually get this IPN URL. So that's what you paste in here, and you can also add your cancellation URL. This again can be found in PayPal on the checkout on the PayPal settings, and then here on the products. You can actually add products here if you wanted to, but of course, we're going to leave this as it is. But you could click this plus button here, and you can see here we have this product, gold access, one-time payment. So you can add it like that. But of course, this is not how you want to set it here. Okay. Email providers. This is also really cool. So you can see there's ConvertKit. There's also MailChimp. So you can connect this with MailChimp. So if you click here on MailChimp and you activate it here, if you click on configure, you're going to need your API keys, and these can be found as well by going to MailChimp, and in your settings, you'll be able to get that API key. That's the key that you paste here, and then you can save and close. And then once you've saved and closed, anyone that buys the product or accesses a membership level, they are going to be added onto your mailing list. So in the future, let's say you're running a promotion, you can go to that mailing list and say, hey, you know what? I have a promotion for you. In fact, because you're on my mailing list or because you're a current customer, I'm going to give you a 10% discount, and then do it that way. So you can pretty much send your emails in a much better way if you use email autoresponders. And the really cool thing about Wishlist Member is the integration of all this is way, way, way too easy. You can see here, it's just a few steps, and it's allowing me to go in and show you how to do this. Tammy says, how much do they charge for the add-on integrations? Well, the really cool thing about this is it's absolutely no charge. As you can see here, it's just, there's no extra charge. And this is the thing, some of these plugins out there that may be free, they actually charge for the integrations, which is not so cool, to be honest. So the really cool thing I like about this Wishlist Member is you don't have to pay, or you're not charged for the extra integrations. And this is the really cool thing about using Wishlist Member. So as you can see here, this I could actually just go in, get my API key, and just add my API key here, you can see I've not been charged anything, or, these integrations are all there for me to actually use. And also, I forgot to mention this, there's also video tutorials on every single item here. So if you click here on the video, it actually takes you to installing wishlist member, the dashboard. So if you click here on dashboard, it actually shows you how to pretty much do everything. And these videos are, well produced. They're very easy to follow. So they're really, really cool. So there's a lot of support with this plugin. The question here from Tammy, she says, why are they grayed out? Let's go back here. They're grayed out because you have to click on them for you to be able to connect them. So for example, let's say I want to connect to Thrivecart. When you click on it, this is where it comes to life. Okay, so over here, I can just click here on this little icon to activate it. And once you've activated it here and you've saved all the information, the API key and so on, if you return, you can see now it's not grayed out. So it's not gray. It's the reason why it's grayed out is not because you have to pay extra. Now you can see I have 3 integrations here. And if I want to disable it, all I have to do is to go in, boom, just like that, disable it. And then it goes gray. So you can see now it goes gray. So the gray does not mean that it is an extra charge or extra payment. So this is the really cool thing about this system here. Monique says, does this integrate with Constant Contact? I think so. I think I saw Constant Contact here. Let's have a look. Does anyone see Constant Contact here? Or am I looking at the wrong thing? Yes, Constant Contact. There we go. So it's right there, Constant Contact. Okay, so again, it shows that it's grayed out, but once you click on it, activate it, you configure it here, enter your username, password, save and close, return to integrations, it'll be activated. So you can see here it's activated now. Okay. Maurice, yes, you can use multiple payment systems. You can use the main one I use, or the main ones I use are Stripe and PayPal. Stripe allows credit cards and pretty much your normal debit cards. So if you can use this card here, or you can use PayPal for those that have PayPal accounts. So those are the main ones that I use. Can you have recurring memberships with reminders? Absolutely. So recurring memberships, yes. You can actually set this up when you set your memberships. So let's say I go to, where is it? Right, so if I come over here to gold, so here, ongoing is the actual recurring. So that means, it's going on a monthly basis or whatever it is. Fixed term is where you set it to be, let's say 7 days, 14 days, or whatever it is. And then the final one here is specific date. So you can make this expire on a specific date. And then once you hit apply, that's how it's set. Okay, so that's pretty much there's one very, very important thing that I forgot to mention here, and that is the registration link. So right now, if we had set up our membership website, how would people know, how to register or where to register and so on? So as you can see here, we have this registration link right? So this is the link that you want to copy, right? So once you've copied this, and let's give access to all posts for this one here. And let me see if there's anything else I need to add here. And then after they log in, you can also add a redirect. So after registering, you can set their page here of where they need to go. So let me save this. So I've copied that link. So the registration after purchasing would be, so if I come over here to all pages, in fact, let's go to membership so you can see what I mean with this. So if I go to the main website, so let's say someone chooses gold. That's the page I need to work on. Right. So let's say they go to the membership, right? So this is the membership. They come to this page, they read everything. They're really cool. So this sign up page here is the page which they need to go to register, right? So that's the page now we need to create. So I'll come over here to page. And let's call this gold reg, okay, to register. I'm going to activate use Divi Builder. Build from scratch. Right, so I'm just going to add a text module here. Okay, so now let me just open this in a new incognito window so we can see what the registration page looks like. So there we go. So register for gold. So you can see here, this is the page that they would see if they wanted to register. So here, if they're an existing account, they can just click on that and then they just username, password, and they log in. But if you're a new user, they fill in this information here, enter their passwords, and this submits them or registers them onto whatever membership level it is. So this is really, really cool as well, because you can actually use a shortcode and design the page as I was about to do here. So the registration shortcodes, let's have a look here. So if we go to the shortcodes here, you can see over here we have the actual shortcodes. So wishlist member, non-member, and you also have the registration forms in shortcodes. So let me see if I can access them over here. So let me just go to one of these pages. I'm just going to go to any one of these pages and see if I can access them. Right, so it looks like they don't have these shortcodes in Gutenberg. Nope. So it looks like we have to enter the shortcodes manually. So what I will do is I will add this page. In fact, let me just add it in the comments box. Maurice here says, can you customize the data on the registration page? Yes, you can actually customize the data. I think I actually demoed that before. So let's have a look here. You can actually customize it and show whatever fields you want to show. Registrations. Yes. So here, I've added here this free registration form. So if we go in here, you can actually go in and remove. Let's say you don't want to collect the first name. You can delete it here. can remove. And let's say you don't want to collect the last name as well. You can remove it here. And all you're going to have on the registration form is going to be the username, the email, and the password for them to register. So yes, you can actually do that. So if I save here, pretty much everything is saved. Okay, so let me take a look at more questions here. Ahmed, yes, there's actually a guide on the Elegant Themes website on when you should use VH, pixels, EMs, and so on. It just depends on the situation or the style that you're using. It's not like one setting actually works for pretty much everything. So there are certain cases where you may want to use just pixels, or you may want to use percentage, or so that document pretty much goes into a lot of detail explaining how you would use it and when it should be used. So Ahmed, I'll try and find that link and paste it in here as well. Karen says, is it possible to change the language? I'm not sure if you can change the language, but there's a plugin that does a very good job of actually changing the language. It's called Wpml. It's a very good plugin that allows you to go in and pretty much change your languages. Coco the Duck, yes, you can ask me a random question. Go ahead. What instrument is best to express your emotions? I have no idea if you need an instrument to express your emotions. So sorry, I can't answer that question. Coco the Dog. Right, I know I've covered quite a lot here in this live stream, and I've been pretty much all over the place. As you can see, I've been touching, different topics here and there. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to actually create a mini course that just shows you using Divi how you can set up a membership website. Because right now on the live stream, sometimes I get distracted, or things don't work out correctly. So it's very difficult for me to have a structured layout or a structured way of actually teaching this. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to create a mini course that just shows you how to just set up a membership website using Wishlist Member. I'm also going to do the same with MemberPress. But right now, from what I've seen from playing around with this, I'm leaning more towards this Wishlist Member. It's really, really good, and I like the features they have, and the fact that once you buy this plugin, there's no extra charges. You don't have to pay extra for integrations and stuff like that, like what other companies do. So this is why I'm leaning towards this option. So if you haven't bought this, I would highly recommend that you buy it, because the licensing is really fantastic. I mean, $49 for a lifetime license. This is unheard of. I mean, for a plugin this good. And I know this company from way back. In fact, for those of you that have been designing websites using WordPress, you may have come across it. Wishlist Member it's a really, really good plugin. And I like the fact that they've updated the UI and it looks way more modern now. So I would highly recommend this. Lisa says, I just saw this. I paid for one of your courses and I've emailed repeatedly trying to get access to it. How do I actually get to respond? Lisa, the best way is to go to funnelstoincome.com, and on the bottom right, there's a little bubble, a message bubble. If you contact me through that, I'll be able to respond to you much, much faster. Because what happens is in my emails, I get a lot of spam emails. So it's very easy for me to miss an email in there. So please, if you send me a message through that, I'll be able to help you much better. And sorry about this. Sufyan says, do you have a live chat to contact you? Yes. Go to funnelstoincome.com. On the bottom right, there is a chat bubble there. We can chat there if you need to. Ratipula says, can you show me how the plugin looks like? Do you mean once I've installed it? I'm not sure what you mean, but I can just try and just go in here. So once you install the plugin, this is the dashboard that you get. These are your membership levels. So it shows you the levels that you create will show up here. And it will also show you how many people are in each level. And the really cool thing here as well is you can see here how many people have canceled, how many are active, how many need approval. So this is a one-stop place. You can just go in. If you choose to approve them manually, you can just go in and start approving them manually over here. And what you can also do is you can also see unconfirmed emails. And over here as well, you can see all your members. Now, this dashboard here also comes with a lot of support. So you have help documents here, you have tutorials. And by the way, these tutorials are up to date. They're not like those way old tutorials. So these are quite up to date, which is pretty cool. And over here, you can check for updates if there are any updates. Now, if you're a beginner and you're just getting started with this plugin, what it allows you to do as well is to run a setup wizard. So if you click here on Run Wizard Now, you can just click here on Add Level. You give your level a name. So let's call this Test. And then you can choose ongoing, fixed, or specific date, and which content you want to allow access to. So once you choose that, you click on Next. If you require admin approval, you can just set it up here. But it is very easy to set up. So as you can see here, once you're done with this, exit the wizard. And it will show you pretty much all your membership levels over here. Now, there's also other things that you can set up here. You can see we have integrations. There's also getting started here. And this is where you have all your levels. You also have a list of members, which you can import, export. You can do a mass move and add. And over here on the administration, you can go in and do a site migration. You can back up everything. If things go wrong after an update, you can do a version rollback as well. And for content protection, you can pretty much go in here and protect every single content that you want to protect. And over here, I know there was a note earlier on while we were going through this, which said on the products, on Woocommerce, it doesn't actually work. To be honest, we've tried it here on this live. It actually works. So if I come over here to products, you can see here this test product. We can actually go in and protect it if we want to, just by coming over here, click on protected, select the membership level. So it's very easy to set up. So all the items that can be protected will show up over here on the left. So let's say you have courses, they will show up. So you can see here we have products, we have templates, we have coupons. So these coupons as well, you can say anyone who is a VIP member can have access to the coupons, but not everyone. So these are the exciting things that you can actually do here with this membership. And on the advanced options here, this is where you can set up your redirect pages, your error pages, and so on. Ahmed says, I'm going to buy this later today. Awesome. I really appreciate it if you bought it. Let's have a look here. Paco says, is there any plugin before for sticky menu? Actually, Divi has an update. You can actually go in and make your headers sticky. Update to the latest Divi, in fact. Sgt. Peppers has responded to that. Maurice Green. Wow, awesome. Maurice, thank you so much. Maurice has actually bought 2 codes. Awesome. Really appreciate it. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Joseph says, can you restrict member registration on specific region or location? No. This plugin actually restricts based on content, not on location. No. So it's mainly content. So it could be courses, it could be categories, products, it could be, yeah, lessons and so on. So it's not really per location. And I don't think these other plugins can actually do that as well. So, okay, let's have a look here. Right, pretty much I think I've covered quite a lot. So I really appreciate you hanging out with me, on this Saturday afternoon. I'm not sure what time it is wherever you are, but thank you so much. Really, really appreciate it. So what I'm going to do, as I mentioned before, I'm going to create a mini course. So you know what? How can I do this? I would like to give you access to the course, because you've bought my course on this live stream. So I'm pretty much, I don't know how I can do this. Okay. I tell you what, once I've done the course, I'm sure I'll be able to see who has bought the plugin. I will give you access to the course once I've pretty much designed it. Here I also have a question. Oh yeah, actually, Monique, that's a very good suggestion. I'll put this on funnels to income, definitely, for the members, definitely. Okay, let's have a look here. What software are you using to broadcast? I'm actually broadcasting straight onto Facebook, but I'm using this device called the Atom Mini. In fact, let me just see if I can show you this quickly. Right, so this device is called an Atom Mini. It's from a company called Blackmagic. Let's see. There we go. So this is the product. There we go. So this is exactly what I'm using. So I just connect my camera and my computer, and then I can just switch between different views like that. And if I need to add, me in the corner there, I can just simply do that as well. All right, guys. I'm tired, and I'm sure you're tired of listening to me now. So this does it for this Saturday's live stream. I am going to go into detail and show you how to properly set this up. As I mentioned, I was all over the place while I was working on this. So I'm going to do a structured course and give you access to that course in the members area. And also, if you haven't bought Divi yet, if you buy Divi using my affiliate link, you also get access to my Divi course, which teaches you how to design professional looking websites with Divi. All right, guys, thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you again next Saturday. Take care. Oops. Oh, sorry. There's a question here from Byron. Byron, yes, I know I've been saying this course is going to be available this time and this time, but you know what? I've been trying to add more and more content onto these courses to make sure that I cover quite a lot of topics, because I don't want a situation where I've done the course and I continue to get questions still coming. So it's almost done. I'll say by the end of next week, I should have these 2 courses done: the cut flows and also the membership courses. So I know I've been postponing it, so sorry about that. Sufyan, yes, it integrates with ClickBank. I know I said that the live stream was over, but I guess we have to keep going in. Andres, thank you very much. Appreciate it. All right, so this is it. Thank you so much. I will be doing a lot of these live streams as well. I really enjoying doing these Q&As because I really like to support you with these products that you're buying. So again, thank you so much. See you again next week. Take care.